But of all the saints, I reckon my favourite would have to be St. Francis, definitely. He was fucking awesome. He wrote the nativity scene, and they called him the patron saint of nature because he loved nature so much. He'd write like poems about spider webs and all that bullshit. And he never hung out in cathedrals and shit. He was always out in what he called God's cathedral, nature, with all the furry animals and the platypi and the wombats and koalas and shit. I don't know. But he was just a man like the rest of us, even though he's a saint. He had temptations and he had to deal with them out there in the bush. So he wrote them all down, and they become the 7 deadly sins, you know? Like it'd start pissing down, and he'd fucking swear at the sky and say, fucking, and the next day he'd feel bad. So he wrote that down as like the deadly sin of rage, you know? And I don't know, and then a bishop might say, where the fuck have you been? Oh, I've been in me little nook studying the Bible. But really was lying, and so he had to write that down, the deadly sin of dishonesty, you know. And then, of course, he's just a man like the rest of us, you know. He's a red-blooded male, and, well, he'd get a bit lonely out there with all them beautiful little, furry little animals. But he couldn't run real fast, and he'd get awful horny. So it's not like he could catch rabbits and shit. So I think that's why he wrote the deadly sin of sloth. Yeah. Poor old Frankie. He got a bit lonely. Yeah. Probably had claw marks all over the cunt.